Good evening, everybody. Welcome to the campus here at Bedford High School, home of the two-time Division I defending champion Bedford Bulldogs. Jason Roby here calling all the action for you. As always, the man on the moving pictures is Steve Cody. I'm joined by the head man for the Londonderry Lancers, John Doherty. And Coach, first of all, you guys coming in here tonight with an unblemished record in state. Looking at that Bishop Feian game from that Christmas tournament, you guys beat them narrowly, 6-7 point game. This is a Bedford team that went and lost a close decision to them earlier by 1 point. Does that game in and of itself play any kind of a role tonight, or is that just yeah, that's behind us, we got to focus on this team here tonight? And I think I know the answer.
I think you know the answer too. No, it doesn't. I mean, again, the game's a game. You know, shots fall, whistle blows. Yep. You never know how things are going to turn out, so I try not to put weight on it. You know, we're going to show up, and you know, it's not like we're going to look at them any different.
This is a rematch of the Division I title game a year ago, a close back and forth game. Your ladies came up 6 points short in that final. Have you had this one circled on your schedule from the get-go, and have you looked at that game at all and learned anything from that game? Or are these two different teams?
I think a little bit of both. Yeah. You know, I mean, coaching styles are coaching styles. I think, you know, him and I do a lot of the same things. We try to change things up as well. Both teams have kind of reimagined themselves a little bit from where they were last year. Yeah. And I think confidence-wise, at least on our end, you know, we just have a different level this year than we did last year.
Yeah, and speaking of playing at a different level, do you feel like you guys come in here into enemy territory maybe a little bit of a slight favorite, or is it a push, a gimme? What are you thinking about that?
I think we look at them differently than what we did last year.
Fair enough.
I think, you know, last year there was still, you know, a small amount of intimidation, and I think that intimidation for us is gone.
That's well spoken, well said. What do you have to do tonight to have success against a very good Bedford team?
Stay disciplined. Yeah. If we do the things that we have been practicing, if we do the things that we have been talking about, I like our odds. We get out of pocket a little bit, things might get a little hairy, but I think we're ready.
Love it, Coach. The first of two, at least in the regular season, and who knows, maybe down the road a third time. A lot to get to before that. Wish you the best of luck here tonight. You're a wanted man over here on the side with the officials. I'll let you get to it, Coach. Best of luck tonight. John Doherty, the head coach of the Londonderry Lancers, will be right back with his counterpart on the other side, Kevin Gibbs, right after this. Welcome back here to the campus at Bedford High School, home of the Bulldogs, home of the Division I two-time defending state champions. Jason Roby here with the head coach of the Lady Bulldogs, Kevin Gibbs. Coach, thank you for joining us again here on the Highlight Guy. Big one on the schedule here tonight as undefeated Londonderry comes into your dog pound looking to kind of avenge a game or two from a year ago. Talk to us a little bit about what your ladies have to do to come out successful here tonight.
Well, obviously, we're very much teams that play a similar style. Yeah. We both like to run it out. We both like to run specific sets when things aren't going right for us. But for the most part, we like the kids to run and read. And so as a result, it all comes down to on-court IQ, and it comes down to the defensive side of the ball. And we both have a tremendous tremendous amount of confidence in our kids and their ability to do so. You know, we're going to see them 2 times this year. We arranged for a home and home.
Yeah.
And good Lord willing, maybe we'll see them a 3rd time somewhere down the road. So you're just, if anything, you know, both teams want to win, but you do one of 2 things: either win or you learn. And
right.
I'm sure John would give the same.
And I guess that was my next question, parlaying into your statement, is that do you show them anything tonight that you're not going to show them, or you plan on keeping secret for that 2nd game, or do you play close to the vest, or it's all hands on deck?
So we scout each other really well.
Sure.
If I call it a play, he knows what we're running.
Yeah.
So we know that he'll throw some wrinkles in tonight. We're throwing some wrinkles in tonight.
Yeah.
Whatever wrinkles we throw in, we might do for a few more games, but it'll be completely different when we play each other in February, because we both are hounds when it comes to watching the film and seeing what the other teams are doing and listening with the sound up as to what the coach is calling out, so we know what the kids are running.
A different team for you guys, and really for them, from a year ago. One of the things I've noted in the games that we've covered with you this year is different girls step it up in different games. I've noticed that there have been some games where the scoring ledger has been 11 deep. There have been other games where your point scorers kind of turn their game around. They focus more on defense and let other players score. Is that as a product of, you know, taking advantage of matchups, or you just have that kind of talent and depth?
It's a mentality.
Yeah.
I mean, the girls are talented, no doubt about it. But it's a mentality of, we treat the game as a chess match. If the other team's really keying on Sarah and Annie, then we have other options, and we'll run things that will play to their strengths. You know, in terms of scoring, you know, you'll never see our kids sitting in that top 5, 10, 15 category.
Right.
Because we distributed the ball well.
Yeah.
And we really, our focus, and, you know, I beat this one to death, but it's Mudita. Getting pleasure out of someone else's success. They are really tuned into scoring for us, not for myself. And that bears out with how they share the ball all the time.
You've mentioned sharing the ball. You've mentioned whose turn is it to step up tonight. One name, and a little birdie may have told me ahead of time, she might be 50-50 tonight. I see her out there warming up as Mel McCarthy. She good to go tonight, or what's the status?
We're not going to start her. We're going to see what's needed. But unless it's a really critical, outrageous situation, she's going to be watching the game next to me.
Okay.
She's going to be watching the game next to me. She's got way too much basketball ahead of her to spend it on a game that will be very intense like this. And we all like to win, Jason,
sure.
But their health is what's most important to me. And I will never jeopardize a player for a win, especially a win in January.
Absolutely. Coach, I want to thank you for joining us here on the Highlight Guy. I'm going to let you get to it. We look forward to calling a great one here tonight from the Bulldog Gymnasium. He is Kevin Gibbs, the defending Division II champion head coach, and they're playing the number 1 team kind of in the rankings now. They played them in the championship game a year ago. 2 different teams now as we head into this one. It should be an interesting one, the first of at least 2. Who knows? Maybe we'll be lucky enough to see 3. We'll let you get to it, Coach. We'll be right back with the opening tip right after this. You are watching live on the Highlight Guy.
That's Tebow. He's running all the way back to the left of the 5-yard line, stretches it out. That's Anthony D. He gets out to the 25. He breaks another tackle to the 30, the 35, the 40, 50, the 45, the 40, 30, 25. There's nobody near him.
No flags.
What a play.
Anthony D goes the distance. D stands for distance. Come the Clippers. On the low block, kick out, downtown, Yahtzee! By Landry, 0-0, 0-on-0. Caruso from downtown, knocks down a triple.
Face hit in front of the goal mouth. They jump for it. The header finds the back of the net. Hadley Camo with a spectacular play.
Good evening, everybody. Welcome to the campus here at Bedford High School, home of the Bulldogs, the defending two-time state champions, as they will play their #1 rival to date, the Londonderry Lancers. These two teams met last year in the state championship final. It was a Bedford Bulldogs 6-point win in Durham. This Londonderry team comes in here undefeated and hungry to kind of avenge that loss, show that they are a different team than they were a year ago. Bedford, meanwhile, also a different team, but they may have a young lady back tonight. Mel McCarthy, number 24, the junior, has a knee brace on. Coach Gibbs told me she'll be starting on the bench and watching. They'll use her as needed and sprinkle her in if they have to. Both of these teams played Bishop Feehan, a common opponent, as we meet the starters for the Lancers. That was Allison DeNovo, number 1, a sophomore. Number 5 is junior Gemma Murray. Number 12, Brooke Ekert, the senior, getting the start for Coach Doherty. Number 13 is Brooke Wilson, another senior. And rounding out the starting 5 that do everything, Sammy Sullivan, also a senior. Now we'll meet the Bedford Bulldogs. And again, both of these teams played Bishop Feehan. It was the Bulldogs coming up 1 point short at Feehan, a 1-point loss at a very competitive game. This Londonderry team defeated Feehan in the holiday tournament in Londonderry, where there was no shot clock. Next year there will be. Annie Zink, the senior, gets the start for Coach Gibbs. She is number 3. Number 4 is Grace Wolf, another senior. Number 5 for the Bulldogs, Sarah Muir, the senior. Number 12, Eva Zink, just a sophomore, is Eva. And rounding out the starting 5 for the Bulldogs is number 15, Juliet Laws, just a sophomore. We're going to take a timeout for the national anthem. We'll be right back with the opening tip right after this.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, stay, remove your hands as we honor America with the playing of our national anthem.
All right, the national anthem is in the books. You could see down there the young ladies heading off the court. Future Bedford Bulldogs in attendance here this evening, watching the Lady Bulldogs play, trying to defend their home court. As mentioned, this Londonderry team comes in undefeated. They beat Bishop Feehan 41-34 during the holiday tournament. Meanwhile, this Bedford Bulldog team comes in at 4-1. And we mentioned that both of these coaches know what each team is going to do. It's now becomes a matter of who wants it more, who makes the least amount of mistakes, and who can make their freebies. Sullivan comes away with it. A jump ball is called as Eva Zink tied her up. And they're going to give it to the Bulldogs. Doing the honors is Sarah Muir. She'll inbound the ball to Annie Zink, and they will set up in the half court. Between the legs, on ball, pick. Good recovery. Baseline dribble drive, kick out. And now they'll reset. Drive, kick out. And now they'll reset. Top of the key. Pretty look underneath and in. And Juliet Laws, the sophomore, the recipient of a nice pass. Gemma Murray working against Zink. Annie trying to force Murray to the right. Murray says no thank you and reverses to the left. DeNovo had a little trouble there and almost a backcourt. DeNovo comes away with it. Runner gets blocked in the lane by 4 Bulldog paws. Zink kicked it out. They lost the handle to it. And we'll keep a close eye on those turnovers as both of these teams quick with the hands, quick with the feet. Got to protect the basketball. Bedford in their white uniforms with black numbers, red stripes down the side. Londonderry in their blue unis, red numbers outlined in white. Lane got cut off and they will set up top. Little dribble drive, runner in the lane, scoop shot is no good. Battling for it underneath there. And they're going to call a foul. Or rather, they're going to say it just went out of bounds. Someone was standing on the baseline, and it appeared to be a Bulldog paw on that baseline. Over the top it comes to Sullivan. Sullivan, left-hand dribble now, crossover. She's working against Eva Zink. Here comes the double team. Thrown up and high off the glass. Nice rebound up, no good. It was a good follow to the hoop, and the Lancers keep it alive. That was Brooke Wilson that kept that thing alive. Runner in the lane, leather souffle. Banished from the kingdom of hardwood. Back the other way and off of the leg it goes. Eva Zink was on her Pontiac and riding, but it went off of her leg, so it'll be Londonderry ball. 6:26 to go here in the first frame. Still just the 2-0 advantage for the Bulldogs. As mentioned, no shot clock yet here in the state of New Hampshire. But you will see it employed at the Londonderry Holiday Tournament next year. Ball went out of bounds. It'll be Lancers. Over the top it comes again to Sullivan. She'll reset the scene. They clear the lane. Sullivan, another leather souffle. Going straight up was Eva Zink. You watch here on the replay as she drives to the hoop and just goes straight up with the arms. Nice job on the replay there, Steve Cody. Gotta love technology. When can I draw on this thing? Left-hand runner in the lane is no good. And coming away with the rebound is Laws. She'll run the point on this possession. Man-to-man defense being utilized here by the Lancers. And good help defense by Sullivan. Lancers will run. Sullivan on the return pass. Little delay. Scoop shot no good. Sullivan had a good look. And Lancers are missing a few bunnies here in the early going. They've missed 3 or 4 layups, but some of them contested. Downtown, that one may have been tipped. And back the other way comes Murray. Gemma rifles one across into the paint, and finishing at the cup to tie things up is Allison DeNovo. Two to 2, 5:03 to go in the first quarter. Spin move, kick out. Downtown, not shy, Yahtzee! Sarah Muir knocks down a triple. 4:50, 5-2 in favor of the Bulldogs. Man-to-man pressure defense. The junior Bulldogs yelling from the sideline. Runner in the lane, up, no good. Sullivan had a good look at it, was off the mark, and back the other way comes Bedford. Up top, downtown again, Yahtzee! And another three-point bomb by Muir, and she has 6. And you can see her come around the top of the key. She cycles through, sets it, comes off of that pick and knocks down a triple. We got a timeout here in the action. 8-2 in favor of the home team. Hey, stay up to date with all the Highlight Guys' upcoming live streams. Subscribe to THG Sports Network and our YouTube channel today and never miss out on the games that you want to see. Just go to thehighlightguy.com, choose the live stream page, and click the buy button. For YouTube, search The Highlight Guy and hit subscribe. We thank you in advance, and we thank you all for watching us here tonight. If you like what you're seeing and hearing with our live stream and you think you'd like to advertise with The Highlight Guy or just want more information, contact Steve, S-T-E-V-E, at thehighlightguy.com. That's Steve at thehighlightguy.com. All right. So it was 2-2. What seemed like about 30 seconds ago, and then a pair of three-point bombs by Sarah Muir has ballooned the lead to 6. Murray, crossover dribble into the paint. Here came the help. Murray tried throwing it up with the left, and they're going to say that Grace Wolf was on the baseline. So Londonderry comes away fortunate, and they'll get an extra possession. Sullivan being marked. She splits the double team, another block shot. Tackled, bodies hitting the ground. They're gonna call a jump ball. And I'll tell you, this Bedford defense putting their arms up, making life difficult for Londonderry. They've had a couple of good looks at it. Another opportunity here for the Lancers. Coach Doherty's team launching downtown. No, a great box out underneath by Sarah Muir, and back the other way come the Bulldogs. They're going to call it on the floor, and it looked like things were tied up there. So the Bulldogs fortunate to come away. You'll see it here on the Highlight Guy replay. Yeah, that thing was definitely tied up. Thank you, Steve. Not used to seeing the replay. I'm used to making it up. Dribble drive kick. Bulldogs resetting. Little pull-up jumper is off the mark. A one and done, and back the other way come Murray and the Lancers. Murray with the left hand throws one up. And they're going to call an offensive foul on Murray. And the fans here can't believe it. Eight to 2 in favor of the Bulldogs. Downtown, Yahtzee. The third three-pointer of the quarter. This time Annie Zink joins the Boston three party. 11-2 now in favor of the Bulldogs. Good help defense. Another look at the bucket, but a one and done, and sprinting the other way comes Laws. Laws goes up in a leather souffle. Sullivan blocked that shot. You'll see here on the replay. She was running and gunning, and Sullivan was waiting for her down the other end. That ball comes over the top to Eva Zink. Eva gets it on the wing, and Grace Wolf will reset, finding Annie Zink. Now into the corner it goes to Muir. Muir will baseline dribble drive. That one's going to be called on the floor. Of course, the race is to 5 fouls. 5 fouls will put you at the free throw line. And it looks like that'll be Brooke Ekritz first. And I apologize, fans. Every time Steve shows a highlight. Oh, and speaking of highlights, another Yahtzee for Zink. Annie drains her second three-pointer. And they're going to say that one went off of Zanovo's hands. And a 30-second timeout called here by Coach John Doherty. He wants to talk things over. And the Bulldogs have found themselves uncovered beyond the three-point stripe several times here in the early going. Uncontested three-point shots. Meanwhile, on the other end of things, the Lancers are getting some pretty good looks down on the low block. They just have been unable to finish, and that really is the difference here in the early going. 2:38 to go in the first quarter. A 14-2 Bedford advantage. Fully expect this Londonderry team at some point to flip the switch. They are not going to go quietly into that night. They're going to be just fine. And some of those shots that are not falling will start to fall. I can assure you of that. We've covered this Londonderry team long enough to know that this team is all that and a bag of chips. The Londonderry faithful have traveled well here this evening to the gym in Bedford. Lancers trying to stay undefeated at 6-0. Meanwhile, the Bulldogs trying to get back into the win column after that close loss to Bishop Feehan of Massachusetts. Crossover dribble, Zink. She fires downtown, front iron, no. A one and done. Good rebound by Sullivan. Position at the high right elbow. Flashing through the paint was Murray. Ekrit now into the corner and now back up top. Brooke gave it up. Murray crossover, left elbow, runner in the lane, and she'll get hacked in the act and head to the free throw line for a pair. You'll see here on the highlight, guys, she took her time at the high elbow, crossed it over, went to the hoop, and good help by the Bulldogs, but that time maybe got a piece of the arm, and as a result, the junior will head to the free throw line. Tickles the twine on the first, does Gemma Murray. She'll get a second. Two out of two, and it's now 14-4. Quickly back the other way, left-hand shot up and no good. That was off balance by Laws. Good pressure defense and help defense by the Lancers to alter that shot. Sullivan lost her footing, and they're going to call a jump ball, and possession will go the other way. I was down there on the floor earlier. It did seem a little, not slippery, but definitely not the tack. Definitely the sign of a gym that gets used for all kinds of activities here at the school. Foul will be called on the floor, and it looks like it'll go against La Priori. And if so, that will be, oh no, they're going to say it was on Sullivan, I think. So her first foul. Back up top it comes to Muir. Muir drives and good help defense, but they're going to say she was in the act of shooting, and it's going to go against Murray. You'll watch here as driving through the lane is Muir. They shut it down, and yeah, she definitely left her feet and jumped into her, so Murray gets called for that foul. Back iron, no good on the first. Muir will get a second. 1:19 to go here in the first frame. As Coach Doherty will head to the bench. Miyabuko will come in, and number 5, Gemma Murray, will head out with the 2 personal fouls. 1 out of 2 on that trip for Muir, and she leads all scorers with 7. Bedford extending the pressure, extending the defense. Chess game continues as Sarah Muir will get a break, and entering the game is number 20, Claire White. For the Bulldogs, the junior. A pick on ball. Sullivan doesn't use it. Double team comes. She kicks it to the baseline. And now the Lancers will reset with Wilson. Wilson gave it up. This is Ekrit. And now the recently checked in Bucco, the freshman. She gave it up. Got it back on the baseline. And a little bit out of sorts here as 2 Lancers were standing in the same spot. Sullivan, runner in the lane, up and good. Sullivan not to be denied on that trip. She's got her first bucket. You'll watch here on the highlight guy. She clears things out, drives in the lane, splits the double team, up and in. She has a chance for a 3-point play the old-fashioned way. Fully expect Samantha Sullivan to get on track here as she knocks down and completes the 3-point play. 15-7, 37 seconds to go in the first quarter. Laws, left-hand dribble, bounce pass, all alone, and somehow Grace Wolf left unattended. 25 seconds. Nice bounce pass on the low block to Wolf, or to, yeah, it was Grace Wolf on that layup. Stepping into that passing lane was Laws. Lead back to 10 points with 14 seconds to go. Londonderry will get another bite of the apple here. Sullivan working on Eva Zink, and now the switch. Grace Wolf will take a shot at it. Sullivan, I think they're going to call, no, they're going to call on the floor. And Sullivan may have gotten away with one there, a little forearm shiver. That foul will go against Grace Wolf. That'll be her first. Dribble drive, runner, lefty, no, high off the glass, cleaning up her own mess, firing it at the buzzer. A good look for Brooke Ekert, couldn't get it to go. But now it seems like this Lancer team has woken. It is 17-7. And they're playing tough on the boards now, getting second and third chances at the hoop. We'll take a look at that huddle as we get to talk to you about our newest sponsor and welcome them to the Highlight Guy team, Luke's Bar and Grill. Founded in 2019, Luke's Bar and Grill has grown quickly thanks to loyal guests and an incredible staff. Their mission is to provide a welcoming space with great food, refreshing drinks, and an atmosphere that always feels like home. Whether you're there for dinner, drinks, or just to unwind, Luke's is constantly evolving to make every visit better. Find them at 142 Lowell Road in Hudson, New Hampshire, or online at lukesbarandgrill.com. That's Luke's, L-U-K-S, barandgrill.com. And EarthTech Systems, they're a premier provider of heat pump technology with a strong specialization in geothermal HVAC systems. By championing energy efficiency and sustainability, their innovative solutions not only prioritize environmental benefits, but also help customers save significantly on energy costs. So whether you're considering a new heat pump system or need repairs, their skilled team is ready to handle even the most complex of projects. Learn more about their cutting-edge designs and unmatched expertise at earthtechsystems.com. And finally, Bouvier Prepare provides comprehensive college recruiting consulting services for student athletes and their families. If you're looking for guidance in the process for playing lacrosse, field hockey, soccer, or volleyball, Bouvier Prepare can help provide a personalized plan for success. Contact them at bouvierprepare@gmail.com or call 603-465-1102. Second quarter underway. Bulldogs get the first possession, up 15-7 downtown. Back iron, no, and a good box out there by the Lancers. And so that one and done by Bedford. Nice job on the glass. They won't get credit for a rebound, but that possession solely because number 33, Alana LaPriori, boxed out on that long distance shot. Sullivan, left-hand dribble into the corner. LaPriori now. Got it back up top. Ekert. And now Bucco gave it back up. All five Lancers have touched it in this possession as Brooke Wilson was the final of five. And unfortunately for the Lancers, Juliet Laws is not on their team. She was the sixth player to touch it in that possession. Nice pass on the low block to Laws, but it was deflected. And a good defensive play by Brooke Wilson. Back the other way come the Lancers. Ball gets knocked away from Bucco, and it still goes around like a pinball. Who wants it? Hot potato. Here we go. 17-7, 6:46 to go in the first half. Bedford operating in the half court. Interestingly enough, they've let that three-point look kind of slide. Dribble drive on the baseline. Runner comes up short, one and done. Ekert came away with the rebound, and the Lancers a chance to cut in and get this lead down to single digits. Ekert running through the lane, hacked in the act, and Brooke with a chance to complete the three-point play and get it to within 7. You'll see the lane clears. The help defense does not come over the top. And a nice make there by Ekrit, the senior. Release, rotation, and splash for Brooke. Lead is now 7 for the Bulldogs. Ooh. That ball got poked away, but at first glance looked like it went off Muir. The Bulldogs will keep possession. Bounce pass comes into Zink. Muir, and now back up top. Downtown, side iron, no good. And that one is going to go off. Looks like White's hands as it bounced out of bounds. And suddenly, the shooting has gone cold for the Bedford Bulldog team as Londonderry looks to get this to within 5. Little hesitation, up and under, and no answer for Sullivan. Bedford comes back the other way. Dribble drive, high off the glass, no good. White battles for it, keeps the possession alive. Was looking for Juliet Laws. It went out of bounds. And the Lancers battled their way back in as Mia Catone, the Bedford senior, will check in. This is Murray. Murray had her drive cut off. Dribble drive kick, little baseline jumper, everything but in. And Annie Zink will hustle down the other way, finds Laws. They're going to say Laws traveled, turnover. And the Lancers now playing at a different speed than they were in the first quarter, and it shows as they are within 5 points. 4:40 to go in the first half here from the Bedford Bulldog Gymnasium. Sullivan up strong and gets hacked in the act. And Samantha will head back to the free throw line. You'll see here, they feed her down on the low block, goes up with the left. And no answer for that as Eva Zink fouled her. And you have to believe someone like Melanie McCarthy would make a difference on something like that. But at this point, Coach Gibbs has done a nice job working in a lot of different players and finding those combinations. And a timeout called here. I believe it's a 30-second timeout, and yes, it is. So far, the scoring ledger reads as follows for the Bulldogs. It's Annie Zink with 6 points on a pair of three-pointers. Grace Wolf with a bucket. Sarah Muir, a pair of three-pointers and a free throw to give her 7. And Juliet Laws with 2. On the other side of the ledger, it's DeNovo with 2 points. Gemma Murray with 2 free throws. Brooke Ekrit with a three-point play the old-fashioned way. And Sammy Sullivan with 5. Did she make that free throw? She did not, so she gets a second bite of the apple. Sullivan has 5 and a second free throw coming up. So far from the free throw line, the Bulldogs are 1 out of 2. And 0 for 2 on that trip. 4 out of 6 for the Lancers. Attacking the basket seems to be the theme here. Early going of the second quarter is driving to the hoop is Annie Zink, and she has 8. Nice crossover dribble on the low baseline, and they'll reset. Downtown, she's not shy. Back iron, no good. Battled for. They're going to say it went out of bounds off of Catone, so it will be Lancer ball. And I believe that is about the 5th or 6th time Londonderry has come away with those hustle points, battling for those rebounds. And as a result, they've gotten an extra possession out of it. Crossover dribble, high elbow, step back downtown, front iron. Long rebound finds its way into the Bulldog hands. Couldn't get it to go. Things getting a little physical now. 3-on-1 opportunity. Sullivan driving the lane, hits it off the underside of the rim. The officials will discuss. And it'll be a holding call. It'll be a foul against the Bulldogs. And another opportunity here for Londonderry. Sullivan hands the ball off. This is Murray. Murray crossover, working against Muir. Oh, little turnaround. And a travel going to be the call. Lead is 7 for Bedford. They quickly get the ball down the floor, and a turnover. And those are unforced errors that you're not used to seeing. Sullivan, left-hand dribble, gets an on-ball pick. Here comes the double team. Now the triple team. That ball went off of Sullivan's leg as 3 Lancers collapsed around her, and I wasn't sure if anybody was. We'll see. Look at the backside, and no one's really flashing through the paint trying to pick up a nice bounce pass as Sullivan gets triple teamed. Runner, good body control, but no good. One and done, and Murray will sprint down the floor. And she lost the handle. Another turnover. High arcing shot, tough angle. That one went off of DeNovo's hands. And so it will be Bedford ball. 2:46 to go here, 7-point Bulldog advantage between these two Titans here in Division I in the state of New Hampshire. A rematch of the Division I title game from a year ago. Catone goes back up top. Zink needs help, finds it on the far side. Little dribble drive on the baseline by Muir. Contorts but can't get it to go. Lancers operating in the half court. Downtown, side iron, no good. Long rebound finds its way into Muir's hands. She will run. Muir. A tough call there. You'll see here on the replay as she goes up and in, throws it off the side of the rim. Yeah, you're going to see it there on the replay. Sullivan went over the top. Tough foul, tough call. Sarah Muir will reset. Oh, the high bounce pass. I'm going to tell you right now, Murray gave a little hip check and cleared that lane, and as a result, the Lancers able to steal it. Nice job by Gemma. Sullivan loses the dribble, needs help. Coach Gibbs prepares to check Grace Wolf back into the game for the Bulldogs. High off the glass, no good. Up, and that's exactly the recipe for success there. You'll watch on the highlight guy replay as Murray went in, and 2 bodies surrounding her, and good job crashing the glass by the Lancers. Brooke Wilson knocks down the first. She'll get a second. And if this one comes down to free throws thus far, you have to like what you're seeing from this Londonderry team from the charity stripe. Wilson goes 2 out of 2 on that trip. Lead is 5 in favor of the Bulldogs. They have the ball. This is Muir. She gave it up. Muir downtown, no. Battling for that rebound, pulled away, couldn't get it to go. Another opportunity, and it'll be a jump ball. Possession will go back to the Lancers. 1:16 to go in the first half. The Bulldogs clinging to a 5-point lead. Londonderry trying to get ever closer. And that one may have gone off of Wolf's foot. 63 seconds remaining in the first half. Lancers down by 5. Downtown, DeNovo, no good. Good battle there, and Laws came away with it. Eva Zink now loses the dribble, needs help, and almost airmails one, if not for the good hands of Muir. Sarah will reset. She'll go over the top. Good denial, defense, and a foul. Good job of coming over the top by Brooke Ekrit. You'll see here she runs the denial defense with the long arm over the top. Great play, and will pick up the foul against Bedford. And I believe that will be the 5th foul in the quarter, which will put Londonderry at the free throw line. Only 1 foul in the quarter here. We just saw that one against Londonderry. And Ekrit knocks down the first. She'll get a second. Eva Zink will check out with the 3rd personal foul. 2 out of 2 for Brooke. She's got 5 points. 30-second timeout called by Coach Doherty. And just like that, it is a 3-point game. The Lancers have battled back here in the second quarter. And they've done it by driving to the basket, picking up fouls, heading to the free throw line, and then on any miss, they've followed those shots, grabbed those rebounds, gone back up for second chance opportunities. As a result, they are 8 out of 10 here in the first half. They've gone to the free throw line 10 times. They are 80% from the line. On the other side of the ledger, Bedford, 1 out of 2. So the bombs away early 3-point shooting by the Bulldogs has kind of gone by the wayside, as former Salem coach Ricky Oliver just chimed in and said bombs away earlier on, as they were just raining from downtown with 4 triples in the first quarter. And then Londonderry has made the adjustment. The shots haven't been there. Been a lot of one and dones. Cut off the defense. Zink drives high off the glass, no good. Battled for, and coming away with it is Wilson. And now 15 seconds. We'll see if the Lancers hold for the last shot. Murray, marked up by Zink. Came back across the top, bounce pass. Here comes the double team. Somebody's open, triple team. Downtown, DeNovo. No. And that will do it for the first half, and it was a good one. It was Bedford early on, Londonderry battling back, all that we thought it would be, and then some. 19-16. We got to pay some bills. We'll be right back with some numbers and some second half action right after this. You're watching live on the Highlight Guy.
Sports give kids so much more than wins and losses. They build confidence, teamwork, leadership, resilience, lessons that prepare them for success in school, in careers, and in life. None of that matters if kids aren't safe. A concussion, an injury, or unsafe conditions can end a child's sports journey too soon. Safe Sports Network is there, on the sidelines, in schools, and in our community, preventing injuries, responding to emergencies, and guiding kids safely back to the games they love. With every donation, you're not just funding a program, you're protecting kids' futures. You're investing in safer fields, gyms, and rinks. Please join us. Support Safe Sports Network, because every child deserves to play safe.
Bouvier Prepare, your game changer in college athletics recruitment. We cut through the chaos, focusing on superb communication and top-notch organization. One-on-one attention, tailored strategies, and a winning game plan for emails, calls, camps, visits, and offer closings. Be prepared. Your limitless future starts now with Bouvier Prepare.
Hi, this is Deb Cody with the Dow Group at Keller Williams Coastal and Lakes and Mountains Realty. I have a passion for helping people, and I love to help people with their real estate goals, whether it's buying, selling, or investing. I'm licensed in New Hampshire, Massachusetts, and Maine, and work with an incredible team, the Dow Group, which has been the #1 real estate team in New Hampshire for the past several years. Collectively, the team has sold over $1 billion worth of real estate in the past 20 years. If you're curious to know what the local market is like in your area, feel free to reach out via my website, deb.thedowgroup.com, and let's get connected.
Hi, this is Terry Queenan from Earth Tech Systems Geothermal. We're in Nashua, New Hampshire today. We just finished putting geothermal in this historical home built in 1937. Let's go in and check it out. We're now inside the house. These are the two well lines coming in. There's one 500-foot borehole. This is the piping. This is the flow center that moves the water to the geothermal unit, which is over here. This is a very simple, high-efficiency system made by water furnace. This is the return duct, and we have the unit in place here. This is the water furnace 7 series that's in this home. This is the return air filter. Those are the pipes coming from the non-pressurized flow center. The blower is on the top, the compressor's on the bottom. Very quiet machine. This is a storage tank that makes very warm water. The water goes from this point into an on-demand tankless when there's a call for showers, cooking, etc. So not only is the customer going to save an immense amount of money, they're going from about a $1,300 a year oil bill to be on target right now for about a $300 geothermal bill, and the well is directly under me. If you'd like to learn more, check us out on our website, earthtechsystems.com.
Are you looking to play sports in college? Almost every college recruiting website recommends having a highlight video as one of the top 3 crucial recruiting tools. In fact, 93% of college coaches we surveyed said they watch a recruit's highlight video as part of their player assessments. Our sole purpose is to make you look good. Our highlight videos include an athlete bio and accolade page, stop motion, and player highlight. The video is not done until you are completely satisfied and say it's done. We also upload to YouTube or whatever recruiting platform you use. The highlight guy can also film your high school or club games to capture you in action, resulting in amazing footage that you can use to help create your highlight video. We have the expertise to help you get recruited. Check out our website at thehighlightguy.com or contact Steve at thehighlightguy.com to get started on your path to playing sports in college.
Welcome back to the campus here at Bedford High School, home of the Division I two-time defending state champion Bedford Bulldogs. They enjoy a 19-16 lead over last year's runner-ups, the Londonderry Lancers. Jason Roby calling all the action for you here on the highlight guy. As always, Steve Cody is the highlight guy, and he is the man on the moving pictures. What a good first half. As it was 17-7 Bedford in the first quarter, and then a 9-2 run by Londonderry in the second quarter to get to within 3 points. That Londonderry team held Bedford to just 2 points in the second quarter. 8 out of 10 were the Lancers from the free throw line, 1 out of 2 for Bedford. And we'll give you some observations and some scoring during the first timeout of the third quarter. Bedford operating in the half court. Man-to-man defense, down on the low block, and now it gets stolen. Good hands by Murray. Quickly it comes up the floor to Ekert. Ekert will retreat and reset. Looking for help, loses the dribble. Able to find Wilson, and now back up top it comes. Good patience being shown here by the Lancers. Downtown, no. One and done. Long rebound finds its way into Muir's hands. And she'll find the trailer in Zink. Zink went up, leather souffle. Sullivan said, "Get out of my kitchen." Sullivan on the little delay, high off the glass, no good. Little ball fake, runner, Euro step, no good. And a foul called there. In the act of shooting, you'll watch here on the THG Sports replay. Little ball fake up through, and yeah, moving feet. Not very much. You'd only see that on the highlight guy replay. But Ekert kind of slid to her right just a bit. Muir in and out on the first one. She'll get a second. She had 7 points in the first half. And again, in and out. Good rebound by Sullivan. We'll see if the Bulldogs change their theme defensively here to maybe pack in the lane a little bit to help on those dribble drives. Down on the low block, Sullivan, high off the glass, no. Bulldogs just stick their arms straight up, but Sullivan got touched on the arm, and she will head to the free throw line. You saw it right there on the highlight guy replay. Good crowd here on a Tuesday night. Sullivan misses the first, she'll get a second. The senior had 5 points in the first half. Trying to get point number 6 here. 1 out of 2 for Sammy. And the Lancers are within 2. They close down quickly on that high elbow. Laws, runner, too much mustard on that hot dog, and back the other way comes Sullivan in front of the Londonderry bench. Little hesitation, crossover, delay. Finds help. Dribble drive kick, little baseline jumper, no good. Cleaning it up is Juliet Laws. And they're going to say out off of Londonderry. (19-17) in favor of the Bulldogs. They have possession. Annie Zink, left-hand dribble, step back, a rainmaker, no good. Long rebound finds its way into Ekert's hands. She will run. Nice bounce pass to Novo. No. And back the other way comes Bedford. Good job on the glass by Zink. In the corner, downtown. Yahtzee! Three-point make there by Juliet Laws, and she has 5. Lead back up to 5. 5:21 to go in the third frame. DeNovo hesitate, driving, double team came, she kicked it out. Ekrit into the paint, and that one, a wraparound pass with the left hand, was a bit far on the bounce. Both of these teams ranked highly here in the state. And you'll go to the highlightguy.com and look at the in-state rankings as both of these teams are both high on the rankings, and there's a lot of criteria that goes into this. How good are your hot dogs at your home gym? What's your halftime show look like? What kind of music do you play during warm-ups? Oh, and I think that one went off of Grace Wolf's hands, but they're going to give it. You'll see here. Let's see if it goes off of Wolf's hands. She reaches for it. Yeah. They've gotten away with one there. But no, in all seriousness, those rankings, there's a lot of things, a lot of factors. Strength of schedule, opponents, so on and so forth. And always open for a good debate. Little leather souffle by DeNovo. As Grace Wolf gets banished. Doing the honors will be Annie Zink. Underneath the hoop, bounce pass comes in. Return pass to Eva, and now back across the way. Nice ball fake. Oh, DeNovo says to no, you're not driving to the hoop, as she knocks that ball away. Good quick hands by the sophomore Allison DeNovo. Another block shot. It's a block party here in the gym in Bedford, New Hampshire. You'll see the drive here by Eva Zink. She goes up, and Sammy just banishes her. Annie Zink, crossover dribble, finds Laws. Laws, spin move, crossover again, in the paint, help came. And Laws puts it in. Tough shot, tough make there by the sophomore. Murray, step back, downtown, no. Long rebound goes to DeNovo. Nice bounce pass, another bite of the apple. Yahtzee! And a three-point make knocked down there by Brooke Wilson. 24-20 Bedford. Another triple drive. DeNovo reached in late. She'll get called for the personal. You'll watch on the highlight guy replay here. We'll see if she gets her hands on the ball. Yeah, may have got a piece of the arm. Tough angle. Headed to the free throw line will be Laws. Acoustic shadows here in the gym. Back iron, no good. Coach Doherty will go to the bench. DeNovo will take a seat. And Bucco will check in. Mia, just a freshman. Laws goes 1 out of 2 on that trip. (25-20), 3:15 to go in the third quarter. Bedford, 5-point advantage. That ball contested. There's a lucky fan. Budgets are tight here. Got to give it back. Steve Cody would have taken it and run out into the parking lot, I bet. Or maybe Steve would have signed it and then charged $25 for a basketball. Sullivan, high off the glass, no good. Little sweeping shot across the paint. Grace Wolf got it to Laws. She's not shy. That one, side iron, no good, but a nice rebound, scoop shot, no good. And out of bounds it goes. Eva Zink with a little spin move in the lane there, couldn't drop it in. Six to 4 here in the third quarter. In favor of the Bulldogs. And a 5-point advantage on the scoreboard. Bucco back up top. They'll skip it across the way. Reset the scene. Ekrit looking for help. Good switching defense by Muir. And now Murray and Muir will match up the top of the key. Back to the Bulldog collar it comes, and now back downtown. Rainmaker, no. Offensive rebound. Bucco, and another bite of the apple for the Lancers. Nice job on the low block, up and in! And Sullivan hacked in the act. Another opportunity for a three-point play. You'll see it here. They feed the low post. She finishes hard at the cup and gets hacked. Point number 9 for the senior. Runner deflected. Another block shot by Sullivan. Chance to tie it or take the lead. Sullivan marked up by Zink. They'll cycle through. We'll see if they try to feed that low post once again. Good patience by the Lancers in the half court. Murray marked up closely by Zink. Annie now fades back. Sullivan operating well beyond the three-point stripe. Runner high off the glass, no good. Laws pulls it down. Strong to the cup, no good. Lancers have the numbers if they run. Good transition by the Bulldogs. Sullivan trying to take matters into her own hands. Spin move up and in. Samantha Sullivan with 6 points here in the third, and we are all tied up at 25 apiece. 38 seconds to go. Spin move in the paint, step back. Went off her leg, they're gonna call foul on the floor. Let's see if we can get a replay here. Spin move. Another spin move, and yeah, that's a tough one there. It looked like the ball was just kind of kicked. So the Bulldogs, timeout called by Bedford, just a 30-second timeout. They were getting close to that 5-second violation. And just like that, fans, we are locked up at 25 apiece between these two heavyweight Division I girls basketball teams, last year's finalists. And we would have expected nothing else other than what we are seeing here tonight. Making me hungry, Steve. And hey, are you hungry for a meal that really hits the spot? Luke's Bar and Grill serves up juicy burgers, crispy wings, and a full menu of favorites made fresh every day. Pair your meal with an ice cold beer or a handcrafted cocktail and enjoy it all in a warm, welcoming space. Luke's is the perfect spot to relax and connect. Stop by at 142 Lowell Road in Hudson, New Hampshire, or see the menu at lukesbarandgrill.com. That's Luke's, L-U-K-S, barandgrill.com. Got to get it in. It comes over the top. Murray deflected it into the backcourt, so there's no backcourt violation. Bulldogs fortunate to come away with the possession. 17 seconds. We'll see if they hold for the last shot. Laws, drive, high off the glass, too much. And it's going to go out of bounds off the hands of Muir. She had position underneath. May have been a little elbow here. You'll see it here on the highlight guy replay. And just kind of went out on her own. 4 seconds, 3, 2, 1. Turnaround at the buzzer and in! Sullivan! And Sully knocks in her 8th point of the quarter. She has 13 overall to give the Lancers a 2-point edge going into the 4th quarter. We knew it was only a matter of time, and we said it right here on the highlight guy before this Londonderry team shook off the cobwebs and got back into the thick of things. And this one coming in from a fan watching. He says first one to 35 wins tonight. So we'll see if that holds true, as both of these teams playing tough defense down low. And in terms of the quarter, it was only 6 points in the quarter there for the Bulldogs. 11 for the Lancers. 9 points, or excuse me, 8 points by Sullivan, and a 3-point bomb by Brooke Wilson. And we stand here at 27-25 heading into the fourth quarter. I want to thank you all for watching us here on the highlight guy. Jason Roby, Steve Cody, a cast of thousands out in the truck outside, beaming this all across the United States into parts unknown. Unbelievable. Thanks for joining us here on a Tuesday night. The first of 2 games between these two Titans. And who knows, maybe even a third, depending on how things play out in the postseason. Sullivan thought about it. Instead, she'll drive strong to the cup, and there is no answer for Samantha Sullivan. She's got the answers to the test. Driving hard and finishing on the other side, Eva Zink. And she gets into the scoring ledger. And so it was a game of 3-pointers early on. Now both teams trying to take it hard to the cup. Murray penetrates, help comes along, and they're going to call for a travel first. Good help defense by Bedford, and Murray had to kind of change her positioning in midair. $7:10 to go in this one. Crossover dribble, they cleared it high off the backboard, no good. We're going to get a jump ball call there, so it'll be possession will go back to the Bulldogs. Underneath the hoop, over the top it comes. Eva now onto the right side to Sarah. Sarah, baseline drive, pull-up jumper, no. And I'll tell you, it seems like possession will stay with Bedford. Fans can't believe it. Palms up by everybody. It seems like this is the basket where Londonderry had trouble hitting some shots in the first half, and now Bedford kind of returning the favor. Baseline. Back into the paint. Runner, kick out. Nice wraparound pass. Good ball movement by the Bulldogs, trying to get the best look. Good recovery by the Lancer defense. Runner is good. What a make there by Eva Zink, as she has the first 4 points of the fourth quarter. 6:21 to go, tied at 29. Extra basketball, anyone? Pull up, downtown, no. And a good box out on the other end by Laws, and a foul called underneath. And that one is going to go against Mia Bucco. That'll be her first foul. The team's first of the fourth quarter. Six minutes to go in regulation. High off the glass and in. That's a tough shot by Juliet Laws. And she has 10. Nice reach in there. High off the glass, no, followed up, and a whistle. We'll watch that one back on the highlight guy. A lot went on in that series, or that sequence. They're going to send Annie Zink to the free throw line, trying to add to that 2-point lead. Back iron is no good. She'll get a second. One out of two for the senior. She has 9 points. Her first point, however, of the second half. 5:25 to go in this one. Murray working the point, finds Sullivan. She'll head to the baseline. It gets closed off. Sullivan goes reverse. And Sammy Sullivan just imposing her will here in the second half. Chance for a three-point play the old-fashioned way. No good. Good job on the glass by Eva Zink, and she'll find Annie Zink, and Annie. Leather souffle on the other end. They're gonna say got her on the arms. Wow. We'll watch it here on the replay. Little delay. Ooh. So Annie Zink back to the free throw line. First one is up and true. That free throw brought to you by Goodnight Moon. Oh, balcony Muppets alive and well here for the second. Around and in. Home rim. 34-31, 5:05 to go in this one. Downtown, Buco's not shy. Oh, it looked good from here. Eva Zink came away with it, and now the Bulldogs will slow things down in the half court. Lancers digging deep. Finding themselves down 3. Spin move. And I thought that one may have gone off of Laws. We'll see on the replay if it in fact did. Of course, there are no do-overs. They come over the top to Eva Zink. Eva. Wrap around, and stepping into that passing lane was Murray. Gemma's seen that inbounds before. These two teams very familiar with one another. And that ball gets stolen. Off and running is Sarah. Tried to feed Annie Zink over the top, and it was deflected. And they're going to give the ball back to Bedford. Timeout, Bedford. And it will be, not sure if it's a full or a 30. We'll get a peek here. The lead official has not signified anything yet. Full timeout. 3 officials working tonight's game. Not always the case. Things typically get called a little bit tighter when you have 3 officials because they don't have to look at as much. Things are a little bit narrowed down in terms of what's in their vision. And so a nice job by these officials tonight. As we take a look at some of the text messages coming in. One listener just said, oh my, in terms of the game that we're seeing here tonight. And yeah, we definitely can say oh my. Both of these teams are giving us everything that we thought we could have on a Tuesday night. And this season, not even at the midway point yet, just still in the infancy of the season. But both of these teams playing like neither one of them wants to pick up the loss. And that's culture, folks. That's 2 proud programs going back and forth at it. Bedford won the junior varsity game played before this one. Downtown, Yahtzee! Sarah Muir from downtown. The lead is 6. Bucco, no. Bulldogs had position on the rebound and may have gotten poked away here. We'll take a look. Yeah, that went off a Lancer hand on that one. 37-31, Bedford. We'll see how they approach this possession with a 6-point lead. Laws takes it into the teeth of the defense. Another downtown, in and out. This place would have come unglued if Muir had knocked that one down. That one airmailed into the bench. And they're going to say it went off of Ekrit's hands. Was deflected first by a Bulldog paw, and then Ekrit had a shot at it. And it went off her fingertips. Juliet Law slowing things down. Working near half court. Taking her time. No shot clock here in the state of New Hampshire. Laws, she'll reverse back out and find Annie Zink. Annie gets a pick on ball. She'll cross over. Working against Bucco, who will get called for the foul. A little reach in there by Mia. And that will be the 4th team foul. So the next foul will put Bedford on the free throw line as DeNovo will check in and Mia will check out. Sarah gets it into the high post, and now they will reset the scene with Laws. Juliet, they're gonna get called for another reach, and I thought the travel may have been coming, but they're gonna send, that's the 5th foul, so that's gonna send Juliet Laws to the free throw line. And now the Bulldogs will be in the bonus the rest of the way. Laws calmly knocks down the first. She'll get a second. Two out of 2, release rotation splash for the sophomore. Tickles the twine. We'll have a retreat by the Bulldog defense, and they'll pick up just over half court. Murray, pick on ball. A little high pick and roll action without the roll. Into the baseline. DeNovo feeds the high post. Ball nearly stolen. Ekrit, left-hand runner, changes back over to her right. Shot got followed there by Wilson. Kept things alive. Sullivan knocked it back in. The lead is 6 points. 2:10 to go in this one. Bulldogs taking their time in the half court. Looking for that best shot, if any shot at all. Londonderry extending their defense. Runner forced up, no good. And it's going to go out of bounds off of Laws. Londonderry ball. And I'm not sure if that's the shot Coach Gibbs was looking for. Lancers down by 6. 1:40 to go in regulation. And a foul there. That's just the 2nd team foul. So the Lancers will take it out in front of their own bench. Doing the honors will be Murray. All right, the possession arrow is with Bedford, so we'll keep track of that. 2 team fouls against the Bulldogs, 5 against the Lancers. They'll come over the top to Sullivan. Sullivan, right foot pivot. Dribble, drive, spin move, scoop shot, up and in. Sullivan having herself a game here this evening. Lead is down to 4. 80 seconds to go. Laws.
tried to split that double team, and you can see it here. She'll hesitate at the mouth of the Bulldog, then penetrate, and she'll head to the free throw line with 77 seconds to go. Laws hits the first, she'll get a second. She's had a monster second half here for the home team. Two out of two and 12 points in the second half, 14 overall for the sophomore Juliet Laws. Murray. Nice pass underneath, and they lost Allison DeNovo. And a timeout called, so now it'll be a game of timeouts and setting up picks. Nice make by DeNovo, right up with it. Nice entry pass from the opposite side, skip across the lane. A 4-point lead with 62 seconds to go in this one. Let's set the table for you. 2 team fouls against the home team. So Bedford can afford to foul. However, Londonderry cannot, but they may have to get possession back if they lose the ball. And any foul against the Lancers will put Bedford back at the free throw line. The possession arrow is going Londonderry's way, so any tie-up on a loose ball will go Londonderry's way. It's Brooke Wilson with 4 personal fouls for the Lancers, and she is on the floor for Londonderry. So the Bulldogs. She does have the baseline. She can run back and forth. Here comes the double team, and that went off of the leg of Annie Zink. So you'll see here on the inbound pass, Zink had it, and then it kind of went off her foot, off her leg, out of bounds. And who do you go to in situations like this? Yeah, Sullivan. And they leave her alone, all alone underneath once again. Missed the layup. It was a 2-on-1 jump ball. Possession stays. Are they calling a foul? They're calling a foul. And so Bedford will come 90 feet down the floor and prepare to shoot free throws. And I'll tell you right there, they came out to double team Sullivan. Sullivan alertly passed down on the low block. It was a 2-on-1 look for Londonderry. They just couldn't get it to go. Eva Zink misses the first. She'll get a second. Bucco will check in, and Alexis Von Avery will check out for the visiting Lancers. Oh for 2, battled for, and an offensive rebound for the Bulldogs, and that was huge. In a game of keep away, they get it into Laws' hands, and Juliet is the person you don't want to foul, as she is 5 out of 6 here on the evening, including 4 for 4 in the fourth quarter. Bulldogs need to make their free throws. Laws misses the first. Londonderry hanging around. In and out, but another rebound. Possession. This time it'll go again to Londonderry. So Laws misses a pair of free throws. Lead stays at 4, and here comes the full court pressure by Bedford. Sullivan down the left side. Skip pass, Bucco downtown, no. Sullivan follows it up. She'll go into the paint, spin move, high off the glass, no good, but was hacked in the act. And you'll watch on the replay, she went up. The help defense came late. And Sullivan will get 2 free throws. His last 2 minutes has lasted an eternity. Sullivan calmly knocks down the first. Van Avery will check back in. Bucco will check out. One out of 2, huge rebound, and a jump ball call. Possession goes to the Bulldogs. Thought Coach Gibbs may have called a timeout in that situation. He did not, now he does. 19.4 seconds to go in regulation, a 3-point Bedford advantage. Possession arrow in favor of the Bulldogs. A foul will put Bedford at the line. 3 team fouls against Bedford. 41-38. This Bedford team will play at Exeter on the 16th, a 6:30 tip. Meanwhile, Londonderry will be at Alvern High School on the 16th for a 6:30 tip-off. I want to thank you all for watching us here again on the Highlight Guy. Jason Roby bringing you all of the action. Steve Cody, the man on the moving pictures. I want to thank both coaches for taking some time to speak with us in the pregame, and congratulate all of these student athletes out here tonight for giving us a great game. A lot of fun coming here to watch these highly contested contests, and both of these teams well respected throughout the state. Great programs. Coach Doherty and his staff, Coach Gibbs and his staff do a tremendous job. And that's why we have the game we have here tonight. 41-38, 19.4 to go in regulation. They're running the pass pattern. 3 verticals, 1 underneath route. Love it when they call football plays to break the press. Gotta love it. Now we're talking, Steve Cody. Now we're talking. Annie Zink will head down to the free throw line. Back irons the first, she'll get a second. And again, Von Avery will check out and Bucco will check back in. Annie, front iron on the second, no good. Bodies hit the deck. Another jump ball called. And they had not. I'm not sure they changed the possession arrow from the time before. The bench is saying that it is Londonderry ball now. You can see the scoreboard. They are pointing Londonderry ball now. I don't think they switched it on that last jump ball call on the missed free throw down here, or the last inbound pass. They did just make amends, I believe. I could be wrong. Wrong? I'm never wrong. I thought I was wrong once, but I was mistaken. Think about it. All right. 41-38 in favor of the home team right now. 16.7 seconds left on the dial. And you can cut the tension in here with a butter knife. Don't want anybody getting hurt, Steve. Keep the sharp objects in the drawer where they belong. All right, so we take a peek in to the Bedford huddle, see what Coach Gibbs is drawing up here on the sideline. And so we still do not know if possession is with the Lancers or with the Bulldogs. I do believe it's Londonderry ball, so they did make the change, and rightfully so. They forgot to switch the arrows on that last jump ball possession. So Mia Bucco will do the honors, and they'll get the ball in. Lancers down by 3. Ball gets kicked out into the corner, downtown, no, front iron, retreating, Murray, long distance, no, and tripped up with 1.8 seconds was Sarah Muir, and she'll head to the free throw line. And I'll tell you, Londonderry had two pretty good looks at it right there to tie things up. Bedford needing to make just one of these to go up by 4, but the sledding has been pretty tough in the late going from the free throw line. Until then, Sarah Muir knocks it down, and the Bedford Bulldogs will retreat back to the defensive end. Muir goes 2 out of 2. At the buzzer, laser beam no good, and that will do it. And if this is a sign of things to come from both of these teams, I can't wait to see what the second go-around looks like. And if it's anything like this, give us a third. Your final score here from Bedford High School. The home team, the Bulldogs, escape with a 43-38 victory over the Londonderry Lancers. Bedford will move to 5-1. Londonderry will fall to 5-1. I want to thank you all for watching us here on The Highlight Guy. For my partner, Steve Cody, my name is Jason Roby, reminding you all that it is not the critic who counts, but you can always count on the critic. Take care, and we'll see you real soon.